Hey everyone, welcome to In the Beyond, and thank you so much for joining me today. Today's pick a card is going to be a message from your higher self. So we have 4 piles to choose from today. For pile number 1, we have this jade crystal. For pile number 2, we have this blue. Oh, this is the blue apatite crystal. For pile number 3, we have the fire quartz crystal. And for pile number 4, we have the clear calcite crystal. So take as much time as you need to see which number, which card, or which crystal is calling out to you. It might be a little bit harder because these are the backs of the cards, but I wanted it to be a big surprise today when we flipped them over and we got to see what the message from your higher self is. So yeah. Take a few minutes to tune into your intuition, do a few deep breaths, and see where you are really being drawn and see which pile is really pulling you, because that's going to be the pile that has a message for you today. You'll find your timestamps below in the description box. And yeah, let's get into this reading. Let's see what the message from your higher self is. Let's see what's in the cards, and let's go in the beyond. Hey pile 1, if you were drawn to the jade crystal as well as the first card, this is going to be your reading. Let's see what message your higher self has for you today. So your first oracle card is Cave Retreat. And this is such a beautiful image here. So your higher self is talking about it's time for you to take a moment to retreat into solitude, into a hidden world that is just your own. We do have the representation of the labyrinth here, and I'm not sure if you guys will be able to see, but we have all this cave art up here. This card is giving me a lot of feelings about imagination and about retreating into your own world, your own imagination, and just connecting to solitude and your own spirituality. Your higher self is really saying that you need that right now. You need that space to maybe reconnect with parts of yourself that you haven't been connected to in a while. You just need this sacred space and alone time right now to rest and reflect. Let's pull some tarot cards to get more information here. Messages from your higher self, please. Messages from the higher self of my pile 1. What does pile 1 need to know from their higher self? We have the Chariot with cedar. This is beautiful. This is very potent. Okay, so cedar is very connected to spiritual journeys and spiritual energy. It's also considered a grandmother spirit in indigenous cultures in North America. So I'm getting a sense that your higher self is speaking about divine timing right now for you guys to grow on your spiritual path and your spiritual journey. And this could mean a lot of different things for all of you beautiful viewers here. So for some of you, I'm picking up energies around your spiritual path being a creative path with the artwork and the message of imagination I was getting with the labyrinth. For others of you, your spiritual path might be something that is, more in alignment with things like spiritual gifts and spiritual communication, psychic abilities, and things like that, developing those further, going on a spiritual path, maybe you know, trying something like meditation or yoga and incorporating them into your life in a more spiritual way. But yeah, the energy is very much about journey here, because the Chariot, it represents journeying. Cedar is associated with the Chariot card in this herbal deck because the cedar tree was actually used to make canoes in the Pacific Northwest. So it's very associated with that journey energy as well. We also have the Two of Air, or the Two of Swords with chicory. Yes, we have the Warrior of Fire. This is the Knight of Wands with the cayenne pepper. Ooh, we have the Nine of Swords, Nine of Air with pomegranate. Wow, we have the Devil here with the blackberry. And we have the Hanging One with burdock root. So beautiful here. So yeah, the cards are just kind of, right away, they are talking about those energies that we were picking up from Cedar and the Cave card. Your higher self wants to speak about it's time to take some time to rest and reflect, like we were talking about with Cave. That's what Two of Swords is also saying here with the chicory. It's time for some peace and relaxation. It's time to clear your mind. This card evokes a very calm mind. And I'm almost hearing a beautiful, peaceful breeze through these chicory flowers as I'm looking at this card. So your higher self really wants to highlight that it's time for you to take a lot of time to rest, reflect, and meditate right now. It's really a potent time for you to connect to your inner world, shut out major distractions, take some time and space to get alone time, to get time when you're just really connecting to yourself. Maybe you have a meditation practice, maybe you like to just listen to your breath and look at the trees or the sky. Maybe you like to connect to nature and just sit on your porch or something and just listen to the birds. That's the energy coming from the Two of Air. It's time to really clear your mind and find peace. With the beautiful Cayenne card here, this card is all about taking action in creative ways, being that warrior energy for the things close to your heart. So this is the card that is resonating for my creatives here. If you are a very passionate artist, a passionate musician, passionate author, writer, blogger, videographer, whatever you do that is, you know, you think of as your creative fire, your passion, your higher self wants to speak about you taking the time to connect to your own inner world and your own imagination. That's what the cave is representing for you guys. The cave is representing, you know, you taking that time and space to connect to your energy and your creativity. Definitely taking more alone time to rest is going to help you to find more creative ideas and more creative outlets. If you feel drawn to just having a space that is just yours, where you can just let your mind wander, where you can clear your mind, where you can just kind of meditate, that's when you're going to get all of your creative downloads, is when you take this energy of retreating from the world, when you cut out the distractions, when you take your alone time to recharge your batteries. That's when the energy will flood in for creative ideas. So yeah, I feel like we have kind of two different energies here. One is talking about a spiritual path and one is talking about more of a creative path. And creativity is honestly a spiritual gift as well. Creativity is an ancestral gift and a very spiritual gift as well. Being somebody who can create beautiful music and beautiful art in ancient times, that was considered a very spiritual gift and something that was needed for the different spiritual rituals of different cultures and different time periods. Just for example, you know, rituals were very much associated with music, and there were sacred songs for rituals, and again with artwork as well. A lot of cave paintings are thought to be associated with different spiritual rituals as well. We do know about a lot of beautiful crafts associated with rituals, things like masks, carved wooden objects, carved masks, as well as painted items as well. So painted masks and things like that were used in spiritual ways. So being somebody who has the spiritual gift of creativity is very sacred and a spiritual path in itself. So we do have these other cards here, and they're kind of representing to me the underworld. We do have pomegranates, which are very associated with the story of Persephone and the underworld from Greek mythology. We have the devil, which is associated with kind of that underworld energy. And then we do have the burdock root, which is a root, and roots grow underground. So they're also very associated with that underworld energy, just as the cave is associated with underworld energy. And in shamanic the shamanic worldview, the underworld is called the lower world. And it's the area of spirit guides and ancestors and things of the earth. So it's a very earthly energy here coming through, and they are speaking about, your higher self is speaking about your connection to the underworld. And the underworld is actually a place of profound fertility. As all life is really connected to the underworld, like in this right here, we have these representations of the roots, and the tree, it grows from the roots and gets its life force and its nutrients from the roots. That's the messages are speaking about the profound levels of fertility that await you in the underworld, so to speak. So as you connect with the energy of hibernation, as you connect to the energy of the cave, maybe do meditations if you feel called to connect to that energy of the lower world or the underworld. That can probably help you to lift your fertility energy, lift your creative energy, your creative life force energy, and to really use it for potent creative projects, as well as spiritual ones. So if you resonate with the more spiritual path here, if you're somebody who maybe does divination, reading tea leaves, runes, if you are more into spell work, if you're more into being maybe an herbalist or a kitchen witch, I'm seeing that in the devil card here. Your path is, you kind of think of your path as more of one of a spiritual path, like maybe you want to develop your psychic and spiritual abilities more. Your higher self is speaking about, it's really important for you to have that sacred alone time and to have a sacred spiritual space that is almost like your cave, like your hermit's cave, like where you go to be alone to do your spiritual rituals, where you go to be alone to connect to source and spirit and your higher self as well. You're going to get a lot of downloads that way, a lot of insight and a lot of spiritual communication as you have a sacred space for you and your rituals, and as you really connect to your own inner world and your own inner landscape as well. I think you guys, if you haven't already, you will be unlocking more spiritual gifts as you connect to meditation and as you connect to the energy of the cave, retreating. I'm just seeing right now the energy of like a monk going up into the mountains to retreat from the noise of society, from the distractions of community, you know, taking a day to just retreat up into the mountains and maybe pray, maybe just meditate, whatever you do to connect to source. Having that in your life more often, if you can manage the time and space to do that, exercising that muscle almost of connecting to source and spirit is going to be really powerful for you at this time. So yeah, if you have an altar, if you have a sacred little space in your home or out in nature, it's a really potent time to connect with that sacred space and sacred solitude. So you can have this kind of direct communication with spirit, and you can deepen your psychic abilities as well. I'm almost like hearing and feeling you're going to be opening up clairsentient abilities. I think you are just going to be able to just start to know things in your body as you start to get really acquainted with the feelings that your body is sending you and the messages that your body is sending you. You guys are probably, if you haven't already, going to unlock another psychic ability like that one. You also might have potent clairvoyant abilities as well, because we do have the energy of creativity here, being a visionary, seeing visions, bringing your visions into reality. That's very associated with art and music, and very associated with creative or spiritual gifts as well. We do have the runes here, and that is giving me the energy that you have the abilities to do divination as well. That's another way clairvoyant abilities can manifest, is like seeing patterns and seeing things in divination. So yeah, you might be really drawn to wanting to do readings of some kind, maybe nature readings, maybe readings like tarot, maybe readings like runes or tea leaves. So as you connect to the sacred space of yourself, of your imagination, your spiritual gifts, you are going to be unlocking more psychic, spiritual, and creative abilities. That's really what your higher self is wanting to say today. Let's pull another oracle card or two. Yeah, let's get some last messages for you guys, pile one. Pile one, message for pile one from their higher self. What does my pile one need to know from their higher self right now? Ooh, stand barefoot on the earth. Yeah, I'm not surprised this came out, because I did forget to mention grounding when I was talking about that root energy and the underworld energy. I meant to also say grounding, and grounding our feet onto the earth and really grounding our energy deep into the earth, so you can kind of have that deep connection to the underworld and that deep connection to the fertility of the earth. So yeah, if you can find the time and the space to stand barefoot on the earth, I would highly recommend it. Just really connecting, you know, yourself to the earth is such a beautiful, humble way to connect to Mother Earth. It's such a beautiful way to connect to life force energy as well. So yeah, if you can get out in nature, maybe take your socks and your shoes off. If you can, maybe go to a beach and put your feet in the sand. Just try to do something like that to help ground yourself right now, because the energies of, like we were talking about, the lower world, they really want to come into your life. That underworld fertility, the energy of taking up nutrients and bringing them into your heart and your mind is like a metaphor that is coming out in this reading. So yeah, if you've ever done a meditation, a grounding meditation where you envision roots growing from your feet to help ground and to help connect to this beautiful underworld energy, I think that could be really potent for you guys, pile one. There might be meditations like that on YouTube and stuff, so if you feel called to, I highly recommend doing a beautiful meditation like that and standing barefoot on the earth in one of your sacred nature spots. Ooh, follow the cycles. This is such a beautiful, beautiful card here. Okay, so with this card, I'm hearing and I'm really feeling. So as I'm doing this reading in the Northern Hemisphere where I am, we are in the season of fall. And fall is a time when the earth's energy really starts to draw back and the plant life starts to put their energies into their roots. And that's what I'm hearing your higher self wants you to do. Your higher self wants you to start to draw back, take a retreat, take your energy and kind of put it in the deepest parts of yourself. Do more grounding meditations, connect to your own inner world, your own imagination, your own sacred space within yourself. It's time to maybe put up some boundaries with some distractions in your life. If you know, it's time to really get serious about your creative gifts and your spiritual gifts. It's time to really make the time and the space to manifest them into your world. So I'm really hearing it's time to put up strong boundaries and really set, like, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes, a half hour, an hour a day where you retreat into your sacred solitude and you retreat into your hermit's cave to connect with whatever energies you like to connect to when I say spiritual path or when I say creative path. Your higher self really wants you to do that and to really start dedicating yourself to these creative and spiritual gifts here. So this was such a beautiful reading. Thank you, Pile 1, for joining me today. If you did like this reading, please like and subscribe and leave me a comment down below if this has resonated with you. I always love to read the comments and I love doing these readings. Thanks guys for joining me, and I hope to see you in one of my next readings. Hey Pile 2, if you guys were drawn to the blue apatite crystal as well as the second card, this is going to be your reading. Let's see what message your higher self has for you today. So your first oracle card today from your higher self, is the beautiful conch shell card, and the energy here is calling. So this is beautiful, Pile 2. I'm getting the message that your higher self really wants to speak about your calling today. Your spiritual calling, your calling in the sense of your soul purpose, your life purpose here. What is it? What did you come here to do? What did you come here to manifest? That is what your higher self wants to speak about. And we do have the energy coming through of communication as well. This is so beautiful. The blue apatite is a stone that's very associated with communication and opening up our throat chakra. It's very associated with spiritual communication as well. So speaking to the spirit world, speaking to the other side. And we do have this beautiful energy of the conch shell being blown and it representing a message going out into the world. So let's pull some more tarot cards for you guys. Let's get more information. Pile 2. Pile 2. Higher self message for my Pile 2. Pile 2 messages from their higher self. Does Pile 2 need to know from their higher self, please? Okay, so we have the yucca plant here with the warrior of earth. This is the Knight of Pentacles. Beautiful. We have the healer of air, or this is the King of Swords with the rosemary plant. And rosemary is another herb associated with communication, divine communication. Rosemary is also associated with memory as well. Remembering things from I'm hearing blueprints, like your life's plan, like the energy that you intended this life to be before you incarnated here. So this is talking about remembering your soul's purpose, remembering your life purpose, remembering your path here. Maybe this is also going to speak about past life memories as well. We also really have that blue energy coming through, all these deep blues, and the rosemary has blue flowers as well, small blue flowers. Oh my goodness, we have the High Priestess with mugwort, and we have more of that deep blue energy, which I really associated with. I associate that deep blue energy with energy of destiny and really divine energy, as well as energy of, you know, soul and soul purpose. Ooh, we have the 9 of Swords here with the pomegranate. Ooh, we have the 10 of Air with alfalfa. Ooh, so this is 10 of Swords, 9 of Swords, and 10 of Swords. Wow, beautiful here. Oh my goodness, the High Priestess energy is coming in so strongly. I'm just being so strongly drawn to the High Priestess energy right now. So your higher self really wants to speak about a deep calling, like we've been talking about. Your blueprints, I think it's a potent time for you guys to remember why you came here and to really connect to your soul path and your soul purpose. There's going to be a lot of mysteries uncovered. If you feel like you don't know what your path and calling is, you are about to discover it. Your higher self wants you to be aware of that, because your higher self really wants you to start looking for those signs and synchronicities and looking for those moments of hearing and seeing the messages that spirit and your higher self and your soul are trying to send you right now. Oh my goodness, there's just so much energy here for you guys. So the mugwort plant and the High Priestess energy, it's also very connected to intuition and dreaming. Mugwort is an herb that can help it can help bring on prophetic dreams, and it can help bring on lucid dreams. So in this card, we have a little dream pillow being crafted. The dream pillow is going to have some mugwort in it. It's going to have some rose hips in it, and it has this little writing in it as well. The dream pillow is going to be sewn shut and placed under the person's nighttime pillow to invoke some prophetic dreaming and to kind of help bring on lucid dreams, because it is said that just the scent of mugwort can help bring on these dreamy states of consciousness, where maybe you're having visions, maybe you are really connected to the divine, connected to your higher self, and really connected to that other world energy. So if you feel called to, maybe connecting to mugwort right now might be something to help you on your journey. I'm really feeling you could either be drawn to mugwort, or maybe you're drawn to rosemary, because the smell of rosemary can also help bring on remembering things, remembering why you came here, remembering what you are truly meant to do, your true path, your true purpose. Rosemary can also help to bring on those sorry, that's just my heater if you hear a little noise. Let me just turn that down actually. Sorry, it's just a little cold, but didn't want the noise on for you guys during this reading. But yeah, I was saying rosemary, it can bring on those memories, so that maybe they're past life memories, maybe they're memories of before you incarnated. All of that can help you to try to remember your calling. As well, connecting to your own intuition, connecting to your own space, connecting to meditation, and just feeling your own life force energy and really following your bliss is what your higher self wants you to do right now. Do the things that you're passionate about and life will start to unfold in a beautiful way, and you will really start to come into a deep knowing of what your mission here is, a deep knowing of your soul path and purpose, your soul mission, that kind of energy. With the Yucca, the Warrior of Pentacles energy, for some of you, you might have a creative calling, because we do have the representation of weaving, which is a creative energy. But also the energy I'm really picking up from Yucca is having to do with a journey. So Yucca is this plant right here, with these long leaves, I think these would be leaves, these long palms. I'm not exactly sure, but it's native to like the South American Southwest desert, and it's an ancient plant that ancient cultures connected with, and they would weave sandals from yucca and baskets from yucca and things like that. So I was really picking up that energy of like the sandal and the shoe, and the shoe kind of being a representation, like the soles of our feet. It's kind of a symbol for our path, our purpose, our journey, what we came here to manifest, our destiny. The energy of destiny is so strong right now in this reading. So please pay attention to the signs and synchronicities that you're seeing out in the world. Pay attention to those, that small voice of your heart. Pay attention to that small voice of your intuition. Really hear and listen deeply to what your heart is saying, to what your bliss and your passions are asking you to do. It's just a really potent time for you guys to connect deeply to your calling. That it's just kind of like that simple. Your higher self just wants you to know this so you can move forward on this path, so you can really read the signs and know where to go. Yeah, it's the energy of journey. It's the energy of the soles of your feet. It's the energy of connecting to, if you're familiar with traditional Chinese medicine, it's the energy in the kidneys. The kidneys are associated with blue and water and destiny. So it's time for you to unlock your destiny. We also, I am being drawn to all of these scythes, and we do even have a knife here. This is giving me the energy of Saturn. So you might have a strong Saturn transit going on for you right now. You might have a Saturn return energy. You might be, yeah, there's just something I feel like with divine timing for you. The energy of Saturn, I feel like, is helping you right now. Usually we think of Saturn as, you know, being this kind of ominous figure who brings on challenges and struggles and things like that, but that's really not what I'm picking up for you. I'm picking up that Saturn is here to help you in the energy of like elder, or somebody who is going to help open the road for you. Think about how if you were walking in a thick forest or like thick place of wild brush or underbrush energy, you would need some kind of help to clear a path for yourself. And that's the energy I'm getting really from this card, the Alfalfa card. Like when things are overgrown and there's nowhere to go, the energy of the scythe comes in and clears a path. The energy of Saturn, oh, sorry about that. The energy of Saturn, the energy of like the wise elder, the wise sage, that archetype, you might be interacting with that in the future. You might be finding that in a spirit guide. You might be finding that energy through astrology, like noticing a transit of Saturn or something. You might find that archetypal energy coming into your life in more of a physical way, like an elder or a mentor mentor coming into your life and really helping you on your path, and you know, they have great advice for you because they have a similar path, and you know, they have this prestigious career that maybe you are following in their footsteps. That's just like an example of the energy of how Saturn might be coming into your life to help clear your path, to help open the road for you to find your calling and to fulfill your destiny. So this was such a beautiful energy here. I'm just kind of like loving all the deep blues. I just can't stop looking at the beautiful conch shell card. Yeah, it's just so beautiful here. It's really time for you guys to connect to your destiny, connect to your calling. And I don't want to get into specifics of what your calling is too much because it's going to be so different for everyone here, and callings manifest in such beautiful ways, and aligned with such beautiful coincidences and synchronicities, that I don't want to try to channel all of that energy. But this was such a beautiful message from your higher self. Let's pull some oracle cards for you guys to get any last advice or messages from your higher self. Pile 2. Any last message or last advice for pile 2, please, from their higher self. Ooh, we have watch your thoughts coming out first. And do you see all the blue in this card too? Okay, so it's a very potent time to watch your thoughts and watch your thinking, because our thoughts and our thinking affects our emotions. Our emotions affect, you know, our body, our physical body, how our physical body is working, our digestion, every kind of metabolic process in our body. So yeah, it's a really potent time to just watch our thoughts, be observant of them. If you need help, maybe work on positive thinking with some affirmations, like maybe you've had a hard time connecting to your path, or having your path be something that is open with opportunities and things like that. So like connecting to a positive affirmation of like something like, I will find my calling, I will find my purpose, or just something like, I am open to stepping on my soul's path and purpose. I connect to my higher self. I connect to my soul calling. Something like that could just kind of help you if you say those affirmations maybe twice a day or something. That could help you to just tune into this energy and to have your subconscious mind kind of tap in to this energy as well, and really connect you to your path and really connect you to your calling. So yeah, just be mindful of your thoughts. Maybe try meditation or mindfulness practices if you feel called to. But yeah, once you start to relax more and be in more of a relaxed, calm state, that is when you will also see a lot more signs and synchronicities from the spirit world and from your higher self and things like that. When we tap into the energy of the high priestess with all of that deep knowing, we really need to be in a deeply relaxed state. That is why the energy of dreams can be so potent and so powerful. Dreaming is a time when it's very easy to tap into the spirit world. It's very easy to have visions, obviously, prophetic dreams and things like that, because dreaming is our most relaxed state. So they are talking about also trying to rest and relax more to tap into these energies of tuning into your calling. Ooh, we have gaze at the moon. I love this card. This is so beautiful. This energy is really... Okay, a lot of things are coming through in this card. This card is really connected to the high priestess energy, again with the moon, and connecting to your subconscious, connecting to your dreams, connecting to your destiny, like wishing on a star, looking at the stars and gazing at them, really trying to connect to your destiny as well. You know, some people believe our destiny is written in the stars. That's where like astrology comes from. Yeah, this card is so beautiful here. We also do kind of have this energy of like a mentor coming in and kind of maybe teaching or speaking or storytelling to these younger figures. So again, I feel like that is kind of, watch out for, like, keep an eye out for how the archetype of Saturn might manifest in your life. Keep an eye out for maybe mentors coming into your life to help you on your path, help you to fulfill your destiny. Keep an eye out for, yeah, just the archetype of that Saturn energy of a wise elder coming in to help you really connect to your path and your purpose and your destiny at this time. This is so beautiful. This energy is gorgeous. I don't want to close this reading out because I'm loving the energy here, but this is what I have for you guys, pile 2. Thank you all so much for joining me today. If you did like this reading, please like and subscribe. Leave me a comment down below letting me know how this is resonating with you. I always love to read the comments. I love doing these readings, and I really hope to see you guys in one of my next readings. Hey pile 3, if you guys were drawn to the fire quartz crystal as well as the 3rd card, this is going to be a reading. Let's see what message your higher self has for you today. Ooh, you guys have medicine wheel with continuation. This is a beautiful card, really speaking about a lot of different things actually. It's speaking about the sacred interconnectedness of all life and nature. It's speaking about how you are not alone, how you are, you know, you represent kind of one stone on this beautiful wheel of humanity, of ancestors, energy like that. The medicine wheel card, you know, it speaks about wholeness and healing and coming back into a state of feeling centered and being centered and feeling whole within your being. A lot of healing energy is represented by the spiral. The spiral is a symbol for life force energy. So your higher self has some beautiful things here. Let's pull some tarot cards to get some more messages and to go deeper here. Messages for pile 3, please, from their higher self. Messages for my pile 3, please. Messages from their higher self. What does pile 3's higher self have for them today? Okay, so pile 3, we have the Mother of Air. This is the Queen of Swords energy with motherwort. Motherwort is a beautiful herb, really associated with the heart. It's very healing for heart conditions. It's very connected to that Leo energy of like that lion heart energy. We have the Two of Swords with chicory. Ooh, wow. We have the Healer of Earth with sweetgrass. This is so beautiful. This is really giving me the same energy. This is the King of Pentacles. This is giving me very, very similar energy to the Oracle card, the Medicine Wheel here. Sweetgrass is a beautiful grass with this beautiful sweet vanilla smell. If you've ever smelled it, it kind of smells very similar to vanilla. It's really associated with like positivity and healing, and it is said to be the hair of Mother Earth by many indigenous tribes from North America. It's very associated with that sacred energy of reciprocity, of caretaking, the land, being very connected to the earth, to the land. And I'm just getting the energy of like deep interconnectedness here from these cards coming out. This really heart-centered perspective. We also have strength with garlic. Oh my goodness, I love that. Wow, we have mullein with the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Fire. Oh my goodness, we have the 10 of Pentacles with the horsetail. Ooh, we have the Warrior of Air with oregano. Okay, beautiful energy here. Wow, potent stuff here. So much beautiful energy here. Okay, so your higher self, a few different messages. I'm gonna try to bring them all through. Okay, so I'll start. Where should I start? Yeah, I'll start over here. I'll start with, you know, this heart-centered energy coming from Mother Wort. This energy that's very connected to the heart, to fire here with Ace of Fire, Ace of Wands, mullein. The Strength card, garlic. In traditional tarot, the Strength card is very connected to that heart space energy, that compassionate heart-centered perspective, using the strength of love to achieve what you wish. So for the medicine wheel, for you guys, pile 3, your higher self has a few different messages. For some of you, you might resonate with being on a healing journey and really needing to heal and really connect to your heart space. For others of you, I'm getting this energy of like environmentalist here. For some of you guys, it's very important that you step into the role of environmental activist. There's this energy of needing to be a caretaker of the land, of needing to be a continuation of sacred beings who care for the land. You might have ancestors who were very close to the land. Maybe you have ancestry going back to like paganism. For some of you guys, you might have like Celtic ancestors. You might have ancestors who just were really close to the land. Maybe like the Irish pagans, like the Druids. Maybe I'm getting like Celtic energy, very connected to the fairy realms as well with that energy. I'm seeing that in the Chicory card. For others of you, you might have more lineages that perhaps you can trace your roots back to North America or Central America or South America, where you were very connected, where your lineages were very much caretakers of the earth. Pretty much being a human means that our ancient ancestors were connected to the land and really connected to the earth. I'm also picking up with this beautiful woven basket. I'm picking up an energy of Africa here. And I'm picking up an energy of like China here and garlic in the garlic card. So like, even if I didn't mention your lineage, just know that being a human means, you know, 1,000 years ago, our ancestors were deeply connected to the land. Our ancestors relied on the land. Our ancestors cared for the land that they lived on because, you know, their own health was tied to the land. So I'm getting this energy and this need for like this reciprocity. Your higher self wants to speak about caretaking nature and caretaking land. So yeah, there's a few different messages coming through. Just take the ones that are resonating for you. I kind of feel like a little all over the place for some reason. But I do just want to talk about this card, the oregano card. This card is speaking about a sacred practice, a sacred ancient practice of Sorry, I was just kind of like visioning into that image, just kind of meditating on the image for some reason. But okay, so I really want to get this message out clearly. This card, if you can see the picture, you might get an idea of what might be happening. So we have this bowl of hot water, we have these fresh herbs being picked. I think it's rose, calendula, and oregano. And we have this bench here with a hole cut out of it. So this is kind of, it's illustrating a sacred ancient practice of like steaming the pelvic area. And it was like a very ancient thing. I know it's documented in ancient Egyptian papyrus, and it was just kind of like a thing that in ancient times women did for their health. But this card has a deeper meaning. It goes deeper here. It doesn't matter your gender, it doesn't matter how you identify. This card is really just talking about the connection between the pelvis and the jaw. So if you can think of like a skeleton, you know, if you think of the spine of a human and the skeleton, the pelvic bone is at the bottom of the spine, and the jaw, you know, it's at the top of the spine. So there is this kind of very intricate connection between the pelvis and the jaw. So it's also, you know, you can see the connection in the chakras, right? Like the sacral chakra is represented with orange, and the throat is represented with light blue. So that is also a relationship being talked about because orange and blue are complementary colors. They're opposite each other on the color wheel. So there is a message in this card that speaks about when we are fully embodied in ourselves, when we are relaxed, when our pelvic area is relaxed and we're feeling confident, we're feeling safe, we have an easier time expressing ourselves. We have an easier time opening up that throat chakra, the jaw, really speaking our truth and speaking our truth out into the world. I wanted to go so deep into this card because I feel like it's just a really potent message that your higher self wants to bring forth. So your higher self is either talking about you wanting to be an advocate, a speaker for nature, you wanting to be an environmental activist. Maybe you have a deep passion, or maybe there's something really weighing heavy on your heart having to do with the environmental and the environmental degradation, the habitat loss, the ecosystems being lost, the animals that are suffering. Maybe it's really tied closely to your heart, these environmental things, and yeah, your ancestors are really wanting you, your ancestors, your higher self, your spirit guides. I'm getting so much energy in this reading. I feel like your ancestors are talking, I feel like your higher self is talking, and I feel like your spirit guides are talking. So there's just a lot of beautiful messages coming through, and they're really speaking strongly about you either wanting to speak about, you know, the environmental things, you wanting to be an advocate and a peacekeeper and a caretaker of the land, you wanting to help, you know, the nature, you wanting to help the plants, the animals, the ecosystems, that kind of energy. But it's really about like you taking your passions and speaking them out, right? Speaking your truth, expressing yourself, letting everything be expressed. That's like one strong message coming through. If that's not resonating with you, I think the message is kind of about healing. I think the message is about like your own healing path, your own healing story. Maybe you've been on a long journey here with the medicine wheel here, the continuation. Maybe you've been on a long healing journey, healing from physical things that have kind of been mysterious, like maybe chronic illness, mysterious chronic symptoms, maybe something like Lyme disease that's not super well known. So maybe you've kind of had to be your own doctor in a certain way. Maybe you've had to kind of figure out your own healing journey on your own. That's what your higher self is also wanting to speak about, is like you kind of expressing yourself and expressing your needs, expressing like your journey and your truth on your healing path and your healing journey. With the fire quartz as well and the Ace of Mullen, I really think what your higher self is speaking about is so close to your heart space. This is really about what your heart and soul is deeply passionate about. We did have that beautiful like heart energy and the mother wort energy talking really strongly about Leo energy and our heart and our physical health of the heart and the circulation of our blood. And yeah, just like that really heart-centered energy and that compassionate energy as well coming out in this reading. I think that's really tied to the messages that your higher self wants you to know. So your higher self, like I was saying, I think, oh, okay, so Ace of Mullen just gave me another little message here for some of you guys. You might have a creative project that you are channeling through right now. And this creative project, it might be like associated with your healing journey, or it might be associated with your love for the environment and you wanting to tend the land and you wanting to help, you know, the plants and the animals have a more vibrant, beautiful life right now on planet Earth. So you might be writing a book. You might be writing a book about your stories. You might be writing a book about, you know, your journey on your healing path, or your journey of being an environmental activist, or your journey of like standing up to a pipeline, your journey speaking and fighting for an ecosystem, speaking and fighting for nature, speaking and fighting for, you know, the water, the earth, the air, the land. That's the energy that's so strongly coming through in this beautiful reading, is like you channeling your love for something through a creative project, or you channeling your love and your passion through your environmental work, or you channeling your love for yourself. I'm getting like a lot of self-compassion when I tap into the healing journey. So maybe your healing journey has to do a lot with you finding self-compassion in this lifetime. You might have had to navigate a lot of like dark experiences, or maybe troubling relationships, or just yeah, maybe like, you know, the darker things that can happen on Earth. Maybe you have experienced some of those things, and it's really taken a big beautiful journey for you to find your center again, for you to find self-compassion, for you to find, you know, your feeling of embodiment and your feeling of like confidence and love and happiness and light again. So yeah, there's all these beautiful messages coming through. But your higher self really wants to highlight, no matter which ones are resonating with you, they really want to highlight the energy of the heart and passion, and also tempering that passion. I'm getting like an energy here of like, for example, we'll use the example of the environmental activist, right? Having a lot of passion for the environment and trying to stand up to pollution and things like that. The fire quartz is actually coming through to talk about sacred anger as well, and not getting burnt out as well. So tempering the fire that's in your heart, tempering sacred anger. So trying to bring balance into your heart space. Yeah, on your healing journey, you might have encountered a lot of anger, and it's time to try to balance that and temper that as well. In general, for this whole pile, it's a really heart-centered energy. I really feel a lot of healing as well, no matter which messages were resonating. I'm just getting like this big heart chakra energy and a focus on healing the heart space and healing the emotional body as well. But yeah, all these beautiful greens and the red fire quartz are really speaking about the heart. So in general, I think your higher self wants, you know, you to focus on your heart space, focus on the heart chakra. If you feel called, maybe doing some heart chakra meditations, maybe doing some things to connect you back to your passions, and yeah, just doing anything that will help you to feel more whole and centered and in harmony, and bringing inner peace back into your heart space. Anything you could do to do that would really help you guys. But yeah, I just feel like there's so much love. Your higher self really just wants to speak about all the love you have. The love you have for yourself. Yeah, I'm seeing like you guys are surrounded. You're like the center stone and you are surrounded by a ring of love. I think you have a lot of self-love. I think you have a lot of love just in your space, in your environment. You have a lot of serious love from your spirit team as well. You're very centered. I mean, you're very surrounded by your spirit guides. You're very surrounded by ancestors, spirits who have benevolent love for you. And even things like the earth as well. I think you're really surrounded by nature and the earth's love. The fairy realm is loving and supporting you. Yeah, your higher self is giving you so much love. Different realms, different dimensions, I think, are just pouring love onto you right now. Let's pull some more oracle cards for you guys. Let's get another message here for you guys. Pile 3, please. Message for pile 3. What does pile 3 need to know right now from their higher self? What does my pile 3 need to know? Yeah, it's time for ceremony and gaze at the moon. Okay, so wow. Both of these cards are representing like that medicine wheel energy of being surrounded by love and community. We have this beautiful gathering of a circle of community, saying it's time for ceremony. So that is leading me to just feel it's time for you to possibly gather with a group of trusted friends or people who have the same like beliefs of helping the environment, or like maybe it's time to gather with a group that has maybe gone through similar experiences with you. Maybe they are, you know, maybe they've been supporting you on your healing journey. Maybe they represent a support group or something like that. But it's time to do a sacred gathering of community. It's time to hold sacred space of love for other people and yourself, and to just kind of be held by that container of ceremony and that container of community at this time. So connect to the energy of ceremony or gathering with people and loved ones at this time for sure. With the gaze at the moon card, yeah, it's also time to, this card's giving me honestly the same energy. Like it's time for like a sacred ceremony. It's time for a sacred gathering, a gathering under the moon, under the stars, to maybe talk about your plans for the future. I'm getting that with like the cycles of the moon. Like maybe it's time to plan your full moon ritual or your new moon ritual. It's time to plan what your next new moon or full moon ritual is going to be, and like what your goals are for the future. That's just a message that's coming through. But yeah, it's really time for you guys to connect to the heart space and connect to loved ones and connect in a more of like a gathering space with community, with people you love and that love you. This pile is really focused on that beautiful heart-spaced energy and that beautiful energy of like the human heart and what the human heart can accomplish. The human heart can overcome any grief, any sadness, especially in community. So yeah, if you've been feeling like your healing journey has been really hard, community will help lift you up and help lift your heart up. If you've been feeling like your journey as like an environmental activist or some kind of activist for whatever causes are passionate to you. Gathering with that community is going to really help you to maybe temper sacred anger and to find your love and your bliss again, and to be held by community and others. So yeah, beautiful energies here, Pile 3. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. If you did like this reading, please like and subscribe and leave me a comment down below letting me know how this has resonated with you. I always love to read the comments. I love doing these readings, and I really hope to see you guys in one of my next readings. Hey Pile 4, if you guys were drawn to the clear calcite crystal as well as the 4th card, this is going to be your reading. Let's see what message your higher self has for you today. So your first oracle card we have is Shapeshifter Perspective. Beautiful. I love that energy coming through. These beautiful little stars here, I'm just really drawn to that. I think your higher self really wants to speak about a beautiful perspective shift that is coming to you. Also, I'm getting the energies of like psychic abilities opening, and I'm getting different chakras kind of opening here. So let's pull some more tarot cards for you guys to get a deeper message here from your higher self. Pile 4. Messages for my Pile 4, please. Whoa. What does Pile 4 need to know right now from their higher self, please? Messages for my Pile 4, please. Pile 4. Anything. Any last cards for Pile 4? Messages from Pile 4's higher self. Okay, so we have Awakening with Tulsi. Beautiful. Your higher self really wants to speak about awakening to new perspectives, awakening to new realities. Perspective, shifting your perspective can shift your whole reality. It can really be like, whew. Oh my goodness. Okay, so like your higher self is saying shifting your perspectives can shift your reality, it can shift your timeline, it can shift your whole world. So this is going to be a really potent message here from your higher self. We also have the Empress card with Rose. I love that. I think your higher self is really speaking about these different chakras awakening, and I was really drawn to this one in the middle, and I was gonna say heart chakra awakening, but I didn't want to speak too soon because we also, you know, we're also getting crown chakra energy coming through as well. So yeah, beautiful. You guys, your higher self wants to talk about you awakening into like this whole new world where you're kind of viewing the world from more joyful, a more joyful lens, a more joyful place, because this is the Daughter of Air card, which is the Page of Swords with the catnip, and we have this beautiful playful cat right here in the garden. I hope you can see the beautiful cat, because like that, yeah, that energy of like playfulness really wants to come back into your life. We also have, yeah, we have the Four of Water with Mint. We have the Ace of Earth, the Ace of Pentacles with Nettle. Oh, we have the World card with Pachamama. Both of these cards have these little butterflies in them too, okay? And the butterfly is really speaking about you guys emerging. I think you've been emerging from maybe like dark night of the soul, or just maybe like a darker, harder time in your life. Maybe like you feel like you're closing a chapter that was like a really hard chapter, filled with maybe grief or separation, loss. Maybe you went through a breakup, maybe you just had like some really hard, difficult circumstances, like illness in your family, an illness of a friend. There seems to be something in the recent past that was like really difficult, a really difficult experience. It could have just been a lot of little things like, you know, maybe your job was really hard and took a lot of energy from you. Maybe you experienced a lot of smaller setbacks that just all together were overwhelming and too much. Maybe it was like, I don't know why I'm just getting I'm hearing car accident. Maybe you went through a difficult time because of like a car accident. Maybe somebody you know or a family member was in a bad accident. Your higher self is just speaking about you are coming out of this time. The Four of Mint is representing that time of grief, that time of like obstacles and hardships. And the energy of Ace of Pentacles and the World card is talking about it ending and you guys being the butterfly that emerges from the cocoon. The cocoon is representing, you know, that dark night of the soul energy, or that energy of like being in the dark, going through hardships and things like that. I love that we do have the Awakening card as well, because I just feel like, yeah, you're awakening to like this whole new perspective. Like you're having this whole beautiful perspective shift in your life. And I love how the Empress came out on the other side of the Oracle card as well. Both of these cards have like these prayer beads almost. I think these are prayer beads, and this one might be a rosary. I'm not 100% sure, but like they both are representing prayer beads. So I think you perhaps have like been praying or just like really trying to manifest a more joyful life, a happier life. And your higher self was really speaking about how right now it's happening. It's awakening. You are going to awaken to it. You are going to have the shifts that you need to have this more joyful, beautiful life. The Ace of Earth is also talking about new opportunities coming in, like something like a new job could come in, something like a new relationship could come in, something like a new living situation, or yeah, like a new home. There's something physical too about these opportunities that are coming in. I wouldn't be surprised if you find a new job that you really love soon, or you find a new community or a new home that you really love, and that kind of sets off a chain reaction of like beautiful things happening for you and to you. So I'm hearing like connect to the energy of love and gratitude and just try to look for more joyful things on the horizon. I think you do feel this shift and this awakening inside of you, because I'm getting like energy is going to be stirring in your chakras. I think you will start to feel like more uplifted and a sense of like happiness coming in as well. I think you might already feel it. You might like start feeling more tingles or more excitement. You might start to feel like the darker days are behind you and you are emerging as that butterfly. You're emerging and you're shape-shifting into like a new person who has new patterns of thinking and new patterns of being as well. It's very associated with, you know, heart chakra opening and crown chakra opening, and, you know, root chakra as well, with like the Ace of Pentacles here, root chakra stuff as well. So yeah, I think like a shift, there's gonna be like a catalyst moment where you start to see all these new beautiful opportunities are really coming in for you, and you start to like, you believe that life is going to shift into something completely new, and slowly and steadily it will, and it does, because it's just gonna take some small shifts and small changes to kind of snowball into you being into a totally different place in your life. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing. With the World card, the Pachamama card, yeah. Oh my goodness, yeah, okay. The World card is also wanting to talk about chakras opening again with like the rainbow representing the different chakras opening, and the World card wants to speak about, like we were talking about, the butterfly. The darker times are over and you're emerging into the light as the beautiful butterfly who can fly into any world that they wish. Yeah, and Tulsi, again, awakening. I'm getting the energy of prayer. So maybe you like to pray. Maybe that's how you like to connect to the divine. Maybe you have been praying for a while, or maybe this might be, give you the idea to start praying more. Because when we pray, that can actually help us. When we pray to our pain, when we pray to help alleviate our pain, or when we pray to help, you know, ask for certain things to be improved, to be better, you know, that's a beautiful way to connect to the spirit world as well, and to connect and kind of like ask for assistance. So I'm getting the energy of prayer. Could be really powerful for you guys, pile 4. Let's pull some more oracle cards for you guys, pile 4. Messages for pile 4 from their higher self, please. Messages for my pile 4. What does pile 4 need to know from their higher self? Any other messages for pile 4? We have lie on the ground. That's beautiful. That's really talking about connecting to the energy of earth and root chakra here. And I'm really getting that this is really talking about like the energy of you were in a cocoon. Like, see these figures kind of representing like that cocoon energy. I feel like they are, you know, going through their cocoon phase, and your higher self is talking about how you have done that and you are coming out of it, and you will have those beautiful wings soon. Yeah, we have the wings here. I mean, these are dragonflies, but like that energy of wings are coming out. We also have the energy of be still. Also, with the be still card and the lie on the ground card, this is kind of saying there's not anything that you need to do to have these awakenings and this shift happen. These shifts, these opportunities, they are going to be coming to you. So it's really important for you guys to just focus on your receptivity right now. Focus on allowing these things to come in. Focus on making space for them. You don't have to do too much to bring them towards you. They are coming. And we also have quest for a new vision. Yes, okay. Yeah, okay, so your higher self is kind of speaking about, you know, it's time for you to imagine and, you know, use your energy to kind of think about the things that you want to bring in. Things, what is your new dream going to be? What is your new dream life going to look like? How is it going to feel? How is it going to, you know, really I'm sorry, I was just channeling a little bit there deeply. Your higher self is speaking about you searching for your new vision and really getting clear on what it will look like. How is it going to taste, smell, feel, look? You know, like, what are the tangibles? What are the mundane details? What are the big picture, broad, expansive view of your new life, of your new energy after you've shape-shifted, after you have emerged from the cocoon? What is that new world gonna look like? So, you know, symbolically, when you are that butterfly with those beautiful wings, when you have that expansive perspective, when you have that, you know, the ability to fly and live freely and open your wings and soar. What is that going to look like for you? It's going to look different for everyone here, but for you, get really clear and precise on how it will look and feel and, you know, and just be, you know. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you guys, pile 4. Thank you all so much for joining me today. If you did like this video, please like and subscribe. Leave me a comment down below letting me know how this has resonated with you. I always love to read the comments. I love doing these readings, and I really hope to see you guys in one of my next readings.